sacrifices. That would clearly suggest maybe that we may have to evacuate Rabwa as well and go somewhere else. And coupled with the fact that Langar Utha Do could mean that we may have to leave Pakistan by ships. Now this is one of the, I should say, my own feeling. Could you kindly throw some light on this aspect?
On your feelings? My feelings are at contradiction with your feelings. So I'll throw light on my feelings, you throw light on your own feelings, please. I do not agree with you that my coming over to England is the beginning of a new migration from Pakistan, in the sense that the whole community would be deported from Pakistan in ships. Not in that sense. We are going to, the issue is yet to be settled. We are locked up in a very grave battle, and we are praying, and inshallah we hope that the enemy will be defeated. They will not be able to push us out of Pakistan, inshallah. Please.
The promised Messiah was blessed with the revelation about a promised son.
Yes.
And whose birth predicted in the announcement of 20th February 1886 was born on 12th January 1889. God Almighty God Almighty inclined the heart of the promised Messiah to undertake a journey outside Qadian, and in this retreat to observe a 40-day fast. In 1884, he decided to go to Sujanpur and even informed Munshi Abdullah Sahib Sonoy. But he was told by revelation and his purpose would be achieved at Hoshiarpur. Siratul Mahdi, Volume 1, page 6. He therefore proceeded along the river Beas on 22nd January 1886 and returned to Qadian on 17th March 1886. Life of Ahmad, page 108-109 by A.R. Bird. During his retreat, the promised Messiah had been honored by God Almighty with the disclosure of many matters and regard to the unknown, which he set out in detail subsequently. Out of them he mentioned in the announcement one particular prophecy related to the promised Messiah. He stated,
are you reading a question or something, some passage from Review of Religions?
This I wanted to give the background.
Are you reading the passage from Review of Religions?
The background of the prophecy.
No, but you, why don't you answer my question? Are you reading a passage from the Review of Religions?
The Muslim Herald.
The Muslim Herald, yes.
Yes. Muslim Herald.
You are reading a passage from the Muslim Herald?
The Muslim Herald, yes.
I see. And how big is the passage?
No, this is about finished now.
About finished?
Yes.
Okay, please continue. Yes.
God Almighty, the Lord of honor and glory, merciful, benevolent, exalted, who has power to do all that he wills, glory be to him, and exalted by his name, has vouchsafed to me the following revelation. So I read the part of the revelation which is relevant to
Muslim out.
Muslim out.
You want to read the whole of it?
No, the part of that relevant.
Which one? What is the question, please?
The question is in that
part?
A little part.
All right.
Out of the process.
Yes, please.
He will be extremely intelligent and understanding, and he will be weak of heart and will be filled with secular and spiritual knowledge. His convert he will convert into 3 into 4. Of this, the meaning is not clear. One part. And the second part is that he will pour his spirit upon him and he will be sheltered under the shadow of God. He will grow rapidly in stature and will be the means of procuring the release of those held in bondage. His fame will be spread in the end of the earth and the people will be blessed through him. Would Hazur kindly explain to us as how this part of the prophecy was fulfilled?
Which part?
He will make 3 into 4 and the free from the bondage.
Yes, it is now. So much has been written on this by various Ahmadi scholars, and there was a time when in Al-Fazl various Ahmadis published some essays containing their own views on this aspect of the prophecy. And most of the things which were presented were dismissed by others as Zoqi. Zoqi means something which may appeal to you and you begin to believe in it, but for that you do not have enough reason to support it so that an ordinary person would also be convinced of that. So because you are inclined to believe, so no harm, you go on believing in it. But you do not have any positive support by way of arguments in favor of that thing. So most of what I read, and I remember my impression, was a Zoqi thing. But some inferences, although they did not have a positive evidence, were generally accepted, despite still being Zoqi. Because in such things, where things are left open, it is anybody's guess then. And some Ahmadis are satisfied with one explanation and some Ahmadis are satisfied with others. So as far as 3, he would turn the number 3 into 4. That is the prophecy. I think one of the best explanations belong to Hazrat Mirza Sultan Ahmad's acceptance of Ahmadiyyat. At the time of Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, there were 4 sons of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam. 3 were Ahmadis and 1 was non-Ahmadi. Now this non-Ahmadi son was Mirza Sultan Ahmad, who remained non-Ahmadi in the time of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam, remained non-Ahmadi at the time of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal, and a part of Khilafat-e-Saniya, for a part of Khilafat-e-Saniya, a long part too, he remained non-Ahmadi. So at the time, at the hand of his own younger brother, he ultimately accepted Ahmadiyyat. So 3 spiritual sons, who were both spiritual and physical, were turned into 4 sons. This is a great event which could have been noted by God. Now, some others said that, and even that is published, that every time the number of his wives was reduced from 4 to 3, he would turn it from 3 to 4. And some people were so staunch believers in this that we used to laugh at them, and one of them was Dr. Hashmatullah Khan Sahib, Marhum, Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. He very seriously believed in this, and he also wrote an essay on this, which was published, an article which was published in Al-Fazl. And there were some others who offered many views, but because generally I was not inclined to believe all this, I was only impressed by this particular view, and I still hold it.
I want to second it, sir. I remember when Hazrat Muslim Maud, I was a boy and was attending the annual general conference at Qadian.
Yes.
Hazrat Muslim Maud, when he rose to address either on the second day or on the third day, he revealed that today